I'm assuming you're talking about the ones that got me into playing music.
Yes.
It was what I grew up on.
Okay.
I didn't, what my parents listened to, and it was all essentially rock beats and something I could really pick up on. So I would just play my dad and my older brother's Aerosmith CDs and AC/DC records, and just, I could keep time to a rock beat, you know. I figured that was the first major step. Yeah. From there, I mean, if I can master a rock beat and keep the time, from there I can, you know, move on.
Nice. Very nice. So, also I noticed on your interview that you did, the handwritten one, was that you don't listen to, I guess you don't, or that you regularly listen to stuff other than
yeah,
metal. Tell me a little bit more about that. Where'd that come from?
I actually
Why?
get a lot of made fun of a lot.
Oh no, people should make fun of you because it actually inspires a lot of creativity. I've noticed with a lot of drummers. So
I don't know. Like I used to listen to a lot of metal bands. Actually, this band when we all started in 7th grade. Me and the 2 guitar players and the bass player, and we were actually a cover band. We used to cover Slipknot and System of a Down, Mudvayne, stuff like that. And so pretty much from like 7th grade on up till, I don't know, just a couple years ago, I was really into metal. Like, the metal bands I could really listen to were like Black Dahlia Murder, Darkest Hour, At the Gates. And actually the CD that we just put out, we listened to it, there's a lot of influence in there, a lot of, you can really tell those guys helping out. But eventually, yeah, it got to the point where I just couldn't stand it. Not so much stand it. They're all very talented musicians, but I just like didn't get into it, you know, and it got to the point where I'd listen to it before I played to get pumped up and to get excited to play, and then eventually it just stopped entirely. And I listened to a lot of rock and pop punk bands and stuff like that.
no, that's
easier listen.
understandable. Yeah, and I've run into a lot of drummers that are like that. So, well, naturally, I'm sure you know what my next question is going to be. Why play for a band that's extreme? That's extreme metal. I mean, it is.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we've been together and we all have, like, the biggest compliment we get as a band are how tight we are because we've been playing together since 7th grade. You know, so I've been, these guys are my best friends and I love making music with them. And 2 guitar players continually write music that challenges me, and if this band didn't challenge me, then I wouldn't be in it. I like being challenged. Since I don't listen to metal, I like playing it a lot. I like being challenged, you know. I like playing drums a whole lot, and when I have to work and learn a part, I'll make a part, and I'm not very good at it. I have to learn it and practice it to make it good, you know. That's a good thing.
So you feel that this gives you playing this style of music gives you the ability to be even more creative, or?
Kinda. Yeah, I mean, I have to write some parts. We're not anything super technical,
right?
But I definitely have to write some stuff other than.
I wouldn't say you're not untechnical.
Yeah, there's some parts that'll take a while for me to learn, and it helps to be creative. I mean, you know, making stuff like this, it helps to have an open mind. I don't think we sound like every other band, but I also don't think we're doing anything entirely original. But it helps to have an open mind. It helps you write a whole bunch of different stuff.
Well, if you can, give us a little bit of history, and for those who aren't too familiar with the Serpent Sun, give us a little history on the name, the band, where you guys are from.
We are the Serpent Sun, and we are from Peoria, Illinois, and we started out in 7th grade. Everybody minus the singer, who's actually our 3rd singer, and we grew up playing covers and then started writing our own stuff like our sophomore year. We've been playing shows around our area since we were like 16, 17 years old. And before we got our current singer, we just played like Indiana, Wisconsin, Iowa, and stuff like that, which was a big deal for us back then, in Peoria. And then after we graduated high school, our current singer did not want to tour with us. So we got our current singer, Jeremiah, who had recorded our old demo a long time ago, so we knew all our songs. So we toured with him out to Colorado, actually, for 10 days. So I don't know, it's been 6 or 7 years or something. We've had a couple different singers, been on a few tours, put out a couple CDs. Our name actually came from an At the Gates song. It actually started out, At the Gates was a big influence for our last CD, and they had that song under Serpent Sun, but it's S-U-N, so we're like, let's call our band Serpent S-U-N. So we printed 100 shirts with our band name, and the day of the show when we were going to officially change our name, there's a band from Finland called Serpent, S-U-N. So then we changed it to S-O-N, which is why we have it now. So, but there's also a poet who wrote something called The Serpent Sun, and there's a line from My Chemical Romance song about a serpent sun. So depending on who we're talking to, we like to make ourselves sound sweet. Say we got it from a poet or an At the Gate song, but the mall punk kids like My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, they dig that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
helps.
So, and you talked about you guys have put out a few releases. Has it been all with the one vocalist, or has it
Our
changed?
very first demo was under the name Burning Love Letters.
Okay.
And we were more of like a metalcore, like a melodic, kind of like Kill Switch Engage, something like that. And we had our old singer Phil. Then we were recording a split CD with a band from Peoria called Scouts Honor, and that was re-recording with Phil, but that's when he left the band, so we had Jeremiah, our current vocalist. That's when he joined the band. So we've put out 2 CDs and recorded 2 songs which are on my today, so Jeremiah. So,
Excellent.
yeah.
How's the current tour that you guys are on? It's a small tour, we can see, but you guys are getting around. Looks like you guys are doing a healthy tour.
Yeah, this
How's
is
that
the
going?
longest. We've been out for a week so far. We're going to be out for 3 more. It's the longest we've ever been out. Compared to our last tour, we toured with Dead Hands Rising, which is a bigger band. That tour was probably like every single show is 100 kids minimum. So this is the first week of tour is like pretty dry. We had like 2 canceled shows. Pretty slim.
I saw that.
Slim crowd turnout, you know. So that's kind of a bummer. But we're heading out west, and tonight's our first pretty much out west show, and pretty excited about it. We haven't been any further to Colorado, so even if we do have crappy shows, I'm going to be in Vegas and California at one point, so...
Vegas would be a good
Yeah.
Are you playing Vegas?
Yeah, there's a show in Vegas. I think it's a house show. And after that, I plan on taking a shower and hitting the strip all night.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It's a blast.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But it's going. I mean, we're all best friends, and the band that we took are really good friends of ours, and it's been a lot of fun hanging out with those guys.
So one last question really quick. I kind of did this interview a little backwards than I normally do, but that's okay. It was kind of fun. What do you see as far as future plans? What do you guys have? Do you guys have a record coming up? Are you writing? What do you,
we are-
obviously you're touring, so...
Yeah, we're writing for our full length, but with everybody in school and stuff, our guitar players and bass players in school, with them in school, they live at separate ends of Illinois, so that's hard to write. But we're working on that, and there's a label called 567 Records in Florida that so we're just pretty much writing for that, and probably just touring and